Lori. We're here at the Brantford Festival, and I'm visiting the booth for the Sound newspaper, and I'm here with Karina and Lori. So I'm just going to ask them a couple of questions about what it's like to be here at the fair. So why is the Sound at the Brantford Festival?
To just let people know we're here and they like the paper, they love it. It's been great, a lot of positive feedback. We have 7 papers along the shoreline from East Haven all the way to the Old Saybrook. So between the bridges, that's us. We do the Sound. Karina and I are the sales rep for the area here. So we know a lot of people out there in this area, and if not, we're community driven. So that's the one thing that's really great about the paper.
Okay, I might be a big dope, but what does community-driven mean? How would that differ from another kind of a newspaper or media source?
Well, each paper, like the Sound, is just Brantford, Northford. Then we have the East Haven Courier, which is just East Haven. So our reporters and our photographers go to those events. A lot of sports for kids are covered. So, if you have kids in this area, you're always reading the paper to see their pictures. We have Person of the Week in each community. We have sports in each community. Sports Person of the Week. So we really are involved in the community. It's free.
Well, I think we can relate to that because Brantford Community Television also serves Brantford, and it's hard to know where to go where you can find information that's specific to the place you live, giving you the information that you really want. I noticed that you're holding a Frisbee. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So if you come down to the festival today, we'll give you a free Frisbee if you play beanbags. It's pretty easy. You can just put the beanbag right in the hole. It's fine. But it's been very successful.
Well, thank you so much for telling me all about what you do. I obviously get the Sound and I rely on it, and I'm sure a lot of other people do as well. So we appreciate the work you do, and thank you so much for talking to us today.
Thanks for coming by. Thank you.
Good morning. I'm here with Robin Sandler, who's the new president of the Board of Trustees for Brantford's absolutely gorgeous, historic Blackstone Memorial Library. Rob, how are you doing today?
Liz, I'm doing so great. Here we are on the Brantford Green. It is not raining. It's not as hot as it usually is this time of year. We have all these vendors, and not only do we have vendors, you'll see as you go up and down these aisles that many of these tents are service organizations. People who donate time to make Brantford a better place to live.
I think you're right. I think about that myself, that there's so many ways that you can give, and it can obviously be through service and time. It can be financial, and I think that kind of brings us to our next question, which is, can you tell us a little bit about the fundraising that you've been doing for the library? I hear you're doing some very significant enhancements to this beautiful building.
We are. I think most people know, or if they don't know, that the library started out about 110, 115 years ago. What happened was that a group of Brantford citizens decided that this town, it was about 12,000 people then, needed a library. And libraries cost money. So they started to raise money, and they weren't doing too well, and then they drove out or took the train out to Chicago, and they met with a man called Timothy Blackstone, who was born and raised in Brantford and made a ton of money off railroads, and was sitting very comfortably in Chicago. So they went to him to get a donation, and they thought they'd get a startup. And after talking to Mr. Blackstone, he said, "You know something? I'll pay for the whole darn thing if you name it after my father, James Blackstone." So these people...
Sounds like a deal that you need to take, huh?
Yes. There was no need to negotiate. Not only did he pay for the entire structure, pay for the design, he engaged an architect from Chicago who designed and managed the construction of the library. And he also donated a lot of railroad stock to keep the endowment, which is still in place, so the library would always be funded.
Can you tell us a little bit about the raffle?
Well, I can't. And the raffle is an opportunity where for $20 you buy a ticket, and it's like any other raffle, you win a prize. But this prize is something that's going to last longer than any of us will. You can be able to name the upper part of our rotunda, and our rotunda is one of the most iconic features of this structure. Hey, Eunice, how many raffle tickets are we have in total? 2,500 or 2,000?
We're 1,000.
1,000, that's right. Well, we're raising 1,200. So there you have a 1 in 1,200 chance of winning. And of course, if you buy more than one ticket, you increase your your chance of winning by how many tickets you buy. So they're $20. They are available at the library.
Could I ask you a question? Just probably this should have been my first question, but in a nutshell, why are public libraries, why are public community spaces so important? And why is it so critical that we keep our library beautiful, functional, historic, but also make sure that we can bring it into the future in a way that a lot of people can enjoy?
Well, let me share a story with you. And it's why I love libraries so much. When I was a young 4 or 5 or 6 years old, my father was in the military. He was in the Air Force. So we moved to a place in Colorado Springs that were miles away from any contact with what we have here in Brantford. So what would happen is that once or twice a week, a bookmobile would come by, and that opened up the world to me. Now, a library to me is like a railroad station, a seaport, and an airport. It's a gateway to take you any place you want to go in the world. And, you know, people say to me, well, I can do this on my computer or my phone at home. And yes, you can, but I can at home make a pot of coffee for 50 cents. But I want to go to the coffee shop and pay $3 so I can be with people, I can exchange ideas, I can grow as an individual because I'm interacting with people in my environment. And this library, and I'm only going to talk about the Blackstone, I'm sure all libraries do it, but this library tries to be the hub of the community.
I think you couldn't have said that any better. Is there anything that you want to say to people who might be watching this from home, who aren't here today, about just anything you want to underscore about getting involved or doing something for this?
Sure. The library, the Blackstone Library, is such an iconic structure that it is probably, I believe Brantford has 3 assets that make it unique. One is the town green, one is our access to the shore, and then we have this iconic structure that's going to be enhanced by our capital improvements. And if you'd like to contribute to the Blackstone, there's the tickets that we are selling for $20 each that will give you a chance to name part of the library by whoever you want. And they are available either through a member of the Board of Trustees, at the library itself, or at our website where you can log in and do whatever necessary to make your contribution. The tickets are just one way. The other way is you can just write a check, or you can make a contribution online, or you can go to one of the events that are being planned in the future.
Robin, thank you so much.
All right, Liz.
Great interview, and always good to see you.
It is.
I'm here with Dylan from Action Sports, and I should say that Action Sports has been very generous in sponsoring the Brantford Community Television Tour to Brantford multiple years in a row. But I'm going to ask him just a few questions about the things that they've brought to the festival. Hey, Dylan.
Hello. How are you?
I'm very well. So what are you leaning on here? What is this thing?
This is a pedal drive kayak that people would go take out fishing, and it's just a new fun toy that we have at the shop.
So you bring the fun toys to the festival, and people come and they play with the stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Awesome. And then what do you have over here?
This is a mountain bike that it's 11 speeds. It's full suspension, and even have this TV that pops up. So.
So there's a lot of good stuff at Action Sports. Dylan, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Chip Marsh is on the BCTV board, but he had another commitment today. But we found him in the Brantford Rotary tent. You can run, but you can't hide.
No. I got food in my mouth.
Is it food that you're
I'm about to come do my shift.
Is it Rotarian food?
Of course it is Rotarian food. What else would it be? I'm in the Rotary tent.
So you're getting yourself fortified with Rotarian food so you can sell it.
Absolutely.
Chip, I'm going to interview you.
I get that impression, Liz. My BCTV shirt.
Yeah, we're matching. Yeah, and if
How you doing, Rob?
and if Rob, who's filming, could turn the camera on himself, you'd see he's in the fashionable orange shirt as well. So first of all, I just have to say the Brantford Rotary has been very generous to BCTV in supporting the Tour de Brantford. So a big shout out and a big thank you. And of course, we hope that they'll support us again. But the most important thing is really, what is all this food?
Oh, you got quite a variety. Everything from hot dogs to fried chicken tenders to lobster rolls and roast beef sandwiches. You know, a whole smorgasbord of opportunity for you to enjoy the food here at the Brantford Festival. Rotary's been doing this since probably before the festival began, and we've been really pleased to have the opportunity to serve the many people that come through. And don't forget, in the mornings we do pancakes and French toast and sausage for breakfast. Tomorrow during the road race, we'll probably serve over 1,000 people in breakfast. So it's an active time.
My question for you is,
ma'am.
Are you going to be involved in food preparation or at the cash register, or what are you doing here, Chip?
Well, as many of the people around here will tell you, I am the person that cooks the sausage. So I have the probably greasiest, hottest, stinkiest job in the entire tent, which is okay. It's a lot of fun, and we, have fun with the banter between the cooks and the opportunity to really get out there and have some fun with it.
So, food service for a day, once a year.
Absolutely. 2 days.
Food service for 2 days, once a year.
Yes, ma'am.
Chip, thank you. Thanks to the Brantford Rotary for everything.
Thank you, Liz. Pleasure.
Have fun. I'm here with Kim, who is the owner of Campus Customs, which just opened in Brantford. And actually, they've been very, very generous sponsors to BCTV. Hi, Kim. How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Very good, thank you. Can you tell me a little bit about, it looks like you have a lot of T-shirts here, but can you tell me a little bit about your business and tell our viewers what you do?
Yeah, sure. Well, Campus Customs, as you could probably tell, T-shirts. So we do screen printing, embroidery, all promotional products. We do orders from 1 to 1,000 of any promotional product you can think of. And then since we moved to Brantford in October, we work with a lot of the Brantford Public Schools and all the Brantford sports teams and do fundraisers with them for them to get their spirit wear and their team wear, and we donate 20% back to all sports teams in the community.
So these guys, they do great work. They're really generous to the community. And then selfishly, I'm happy to reconnect with Kim because we've got almost 15-year-olds together who knew each other when they were little teeny-weeny babies. Kim,
now.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. It was so nice to see you.
So nice to see you too.
Thank you.
I'm here with these 3 ladies who are affiliated with the Brantford Eagle in different ways. I'm going to let them each introduce themselves.
Sally Bonner.
Sally, what do you do for the Eagle?
I'm a reporter, editor, all-purpose, picker-upper.
Terrific.
I'm Marcia Chambers. I'm the editor of the Brantford Eagle. I also have a show on BCTV.
I'm Diana Stricker, and I'm a reporter.
Marcia, would you be able to just give our viewers a little bit of the history of the Eagle and exactly what it is you do and what makes your reporting different from other media outlets in the community?
Right. We are part of the New Haven Independent. We are a not-for-profit organization. We began about 11 years ago, starting in New Haven, where the Independent originates. And what we do is we go out and cover stories. We actually cover them, and we think about them. We interview people, and we try to go across the board to the current issues and the important issues facing Brantford today. And Diana spends a lot of time doing environmental stuff and planning, zoning, building. Sally does all kinds of other things. So that's what we do.
Is there anything, is there one message, if you had to say one thing that you would like our viewers to know, what would that one sentence be, or one final message?
My one final message is to read the Brantford Eagle, BrantfordEagle.com online. We are online only, to really get a sense of what's going on in our town.
We're very lucky to have real journalism. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm here with Jamie Mendillo of the Brantford Lions Club. She refers to herself as a lion tamer. So she's going to tell me all about what she does, what the Lions Club does. And Jamie, it's so nice to see you today. And Jamie is a dear friend.
Thank you, Liz. It's nice to see you too. Should I hold this?
Oh, yeah. Jamie wants to control it.
I do have a little bit of that in me. So the Lions Club is the world's largest service organization, and the Brantford chapter serves the Brantford community. We have a whole list of programs and organizations that we support that are local. Today we are raising money. We have a fundraiser going on where we're raising funds for Camp Rising Sun, which is in the booth behind us, and Fidelco, which is an organization that raises and trains German Shepherds to be guide dogs for people without sight. So we have some dogs here with us today representing that organization, and we're doing a fundraiser to support them, to give them funds. So we have an Oktoberfest in October at the Stony Creek Brewery.
October would be a good month for the Oktoberfest. I think that makes perfect sense.
It is. So that's our next big project is the Oktoberfest, and for that organization or for that event, all of the proceeds stay local in the Brantford community. We give back to the Brantford Counseling Center, the community dining room, the Brantford Food Bank, the clothing bank. There's a few more whose names escape me, but they're probably on the list somewhere. And it's a wonderful organization to be a part of, and I'm very happy that I've joined, and I'm now on the board as the Lion Tamer.
Thank you so much for all you do. Could we meet one of these beautiful dogs?
Absolutely.
Okay. So will you take us over?
Yeah, come
here.
on.
I'll give you the microphone.
Okay. So we have two dogs here from Fidelco. They're actually brother and sister dogs. So you have Tassie here, who's a female, and this is Trace. He's a male, and they're 11 months old, and they're being raised by wonderful dog puppy raisers to eventually become guide dogs for men and women who are blind.
Okay, another year and another Brantford Festival with our great friend Preston of the Sound Runner. The Sound Runner has been so amazingly generous to Brantford Community Television, supporting the Tour de Brantford, and also Preston is a member of the board. But I'm going to ask him what he's been up to today, and how is 2018 different from all of the other years?
Today we've just been hanging out outside, and we've got a sunglass table. We got this nice, cool flamingo. The flamingo is just hanging out with us. We're having a big sale inside, and anyone that needs to pick up their bib for the road race tomorrow, they can come in and pick it up until 6 p.m. today, which this isn't going to be live, I don't think, so.
So it won't be live. So what I would probably reframe this is there any message that you'd like to get to people who might be watching this 2 weeks from now?
This is a really great event that we host every year. It's been going on since 1979, and we only haven't held the Brantford Road Race 1 year out of all the years that it's been going on. And so it's got a lot of history behind it, and we get about 3,000 to 3,500 participants every year, and this year is going to be a pretty big year. We're up from last year, so I'm pretty pumped up for that, and it looks like we got some pretty good weather going on for tomorrow. So might be a little hot, so we got to make sure we're hydrating. But
it's totally the best day. Preston, are you going to run the race?
I am not. I will be announcing everyone that's coming through the race along with Ray, the race owner. So it's going to be fun. I'll be able to see a lot of people that I know and get pumped up for them.
Have you had a fun day today?
I have. I've been hanging out with a flamingo.
And who is this flamingo, by the way, and why is the flamingo here?
I don't really know his name. Actually, I think it's Carl. But he belongs to this sunglass company that we do work with, and He's just a marketing piece.
I mean, I bet the flamingo is a big draw. In fact, maybe I'll ask part of the people you might want to market to. Ellen, do you like the flamingo?
Yes.
What do you think about the flamingo? Yeah, the flamingo. It's pretty amazing. Anything else that you want to say while you've got all of the attention to yourself, the microphone and the video camera?
I'm just really excited to be part of this weekend. It's always a great time, and really pumped up to enjoy the Brantford Road Race tomorrow. So good luck, all you guys that are running.
Preston, I look forward to doing this identical interview, hopefully next year in the same exact spot.
Awesome.
Thank you for everything you do.
Thank you.